Hi everyone, welcome to our class, LEC for the Digital Educator. I'll be your facilitator for this course. My name's Jenny Thomas. Let's jump in and see what we're getting into for the next 8 weeks. All Leading Edge classes come to you from the Leading Edge Alliance. The Leading Edge Alliance is composed of organizations such as computer-using educators, universities such as Fresno Pacific, and educational organizations such as your county offices of education. The Alliance is now countrywide, including voices from Ohio and Florida. There are currently 4 areas of certification offered by LEC: Online and Blended Teacher, Leading Edge for the Administrator, Leading Edge for the Digital Educator, and Professional Leading Learner. Today we're obviously going to focus on Leading Edge for the Digital Educator. However, I do want to make everyone aware of the other offerings. LEC for the Digital Educator was designed for the classroom teacher who wants to effectively incorporate digital learning into their lessons. It is based on the ISTE standards for teachers, formerly known as the NET standards, the National Educational Technology Plan, and the Common Core and Next Generation Science standards. You will be writing lessons in most modules that have students use technology tools that encourage students to think critically, communicate, collaborate, and create. You can expect to spend about 8 hours a week working on Digital Educator. In a moment, we will look at when assignments will be due, but I highly encourage you to spend a little time each day in the course and completing assignments. This is a listing of the modules. We will run 1 module a week, making this an 8-week class. After all modules are complete, you will prepare a portfolio, which you are given another week to complete, even though all of your work will be done. Each module includes a discussion board, a project, a lesson plan with a student sample, and a reflection. Let's take a look at the assignment expectations. Discussion board questions are included in each module. You will be expected to interact in meaningful conversation about the prompts. By each Thursday, you will need to respond to that week's prompt, and you will need to reply to 2 other peers by Sunday night. Your replies should be meaningful and further the conversation, not simply commenting with "nice answer." Your discussion boards will be assessed upon this rubric on a pass or no pass basis. Each week you will have an activity with the Web 2.0 tool. The textbook will suggest tools to complete the assignment. You will share your project in haiku on a wiki project page. These will be due every Sunday. However, you will want to make sure not to let all of your assignments stack up until Sunday. Get a little done throughout the week if you can. Here's the activity rubric. Activities will also be assessed on a pass or no pass basis. In modules 2 through 6, you will need to write and ideally teach a lesson plan that complements that week's learnings. You will also need to submit a student sample from that lesson. Now, we do understand that it may not be possible to actually teach the lesson plan from the module on demand. If you're unable to teach the lesson the week of the module, you may submit a student exemplar that you've created as the student sample. When writing the lesson plan, you're going to be using a lesson plan template created by Ramsey Masalam. We will look more into this next week when Module 2 begins. The lesson plan and student sample will also be due on Sundays. Lesson plan assignments are going to be based on a 3-point rubric. If you don't score a 3 the first time, don't worry. We will work with you until all assignments score all points. Finally, each module concludes with a reflection question. This will also be due on Sundays. You can see that it is expected that your reflection is more than a sentence or 2 and should show meaningful reflection upon the learning. At the end of our course, you will be building a portfolio which will consist of all the activities, lesson plans, and reflections you have completed in the course. You will have a template to assemble the portfolio, and all the assignments should be complete by the time this comes around. Let's head over to our class and see how things are set up in Haiku. When you sign in, you'll land on the welcome page. Any announcements will show up here. To the left, you will find these pages to our class. As you can see, a lot of information you'll need to be successful in our class will be here. For example, if you want to see a list of our assignments and when they are due, you have a checklist here. Our syllabus is here also. You have the rubrics and tutorials here as well to support you in completing your class. Here's the link to module number 1, Introduction. Each module is on a page and will open up each week. On each page, you will find the textbook readings for that module. Make sure to click here for the textbook. You'll be expected to use the information learned in the textbook in your responses to discussion questions and reflections. You will also find any discussions, reflections, and assignments for that module that you need to complete. As you can see, you will need to read the text and think of your own teaching history to complete the first discussion. Here's the first discussion. Your first activity will be having you use a Voki or creating an about.me page to introduce yourself. You will post this in a wiki project. This week you will also be completing your first reflection. Be sure to address all parts of the prompt. Grading will be determined using rubrics. Each module has a rubric you can review as you complete your work. Once the assignments have been reviewed, to review your grades for each module, go to the Assess tab and you'll find your grades here. For each grade posted, your grade will be next to your name and assignment. Take some time to explore our class, all the pages, and find any questions you have. Please feel free to use our class inbox under Connect to write me a message. Also, we have a question and answer discussion on the front welcome page. You may use that to post general questions to me and the entire group. I know this has been a really long video. Thank you for hanging in there and welcome to our class. And with that, I'll see you online.